Here we go.
Ambulance, what's the address of the emergency?
Police emergency.
Go ahead, caller.
Almost every second
Police.
Listen carefully, I'm going to tell you how to do resuscitation.
of every single day,
All right, come on, calm down.
Starting to get a bit tasty now, isn't it?
someone somewhere
I need you to look at her vagina very carefully.
dials 999.
It's a hell of a responsibility.
He's got a knife in his back.
You wouldn't be human, and you definitely wouldn't do this job if you weren't affected by cause.
Just tell them in the background to calm down for me.
But what makes an emergency?
I can't call a taxi for you, no.
The definition keeps broadening.
It's a bit embarrassing. I've just been having sex and something's just snapped.
As Britain keeps changing.
Car's on fire again.
Get the real police to face, please.
We see a different side because no one really calls us if they're happy.
Do you want some water? Quick, quick! Get round here, sort it out.
We follow the calls
You need to put it up. He's going to kill me.
as they are passed to police and paramedics
Coming on an emergency response, we'll be there very shortly.
right across Cheshire.
Just want to make sure you're all right.
There's nothing wrong.
A county with a growing divide between the haves
Play football for Wrexham.
and the have-nots is plain to see.
Taking the word of a rich man over the word of a poor man.
This is life through the eyes of those we rely on to protect us from each other
I do hope you can catch them.
and from ourselves.
Pull your pants up and stop acting like a child. Sit down.
It's almost become some kind of Mad Max kind of society where it's a dog-eat-dog world.
Not a very good boyfriend if he slams your head against a brick wall, is he?
I wish I could take it all back, but I can't.
I wouldn't turn my back on someone when they want help.
You know I'm here to help, don't you?
Come on, Magic. Wakey wake. Come on, let me get.
Over the last decade,
Wait, don't start spitting in the car.
sales of alcohol have risen by a third,
You're drunk, mate. Aren't you? Put your hands behind your back.
and the people of the Northwest
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
are now some of the heaviest drinkers in the UK.
Gentleman on our lower car park. He's drinking out of a large bottle of Lambrini.
Yeah.
He's near done the whole bottle of Lambrini.
Why are a growing number of seemingly ordinary people
We need to sober up a little bit.
ruining their lives for a good night out?
He's hit his granny, for God's sake, there's nothing sacred.
You don't think you're affecting anybody, and then really, ultimately, you've affected everybody. It's a disgrace.
Hello, police emergency.
My friend's been locked in the pub and she's being very cold. She can't get out.
So she's been locked in a pub, did you say?
Yeah, I think she fell asleep in the toilet.
Right. Okay, so she possibly fell asleep in the toilets, did she?
Nationally, the government and health service now spend over £10 million a year extolling the virtues of responsible drinking.
She's completely passed out. She's breathing fine. Well, she's breathing, but we can't wake her up.
But the staff in Cheshire's 999 emergency call centres could be forgiven for wondering if this was money well spent.
You've had a few.
I just
Shit-faced. How old are you?
I think in my eyes.
Okay. Oh, and then you've got absolutely wankered. That is going to be hard work. What's your name, please?
I don't know.
And they don't know where they are, or what day it is, or how they got there, or where they've been. Was you standing up when you fell?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
sleepwalking, if you like. as I call it.
Sleepwalking. What was that?
On the weekend, Cheshire's emergency services need twice as many staff on duty as on a weeknight.
Hey, it's
Bedford Street. Everyone loves a bit of Bedford Street.
And the main thing they're all needed to deal with is the fallout from alcohol.
Go on, mate. What the fuck are you doing? You douche.
Missed.
It's just after kicking out time on Friday night, and in Nantwich, PC's Greg Greaves and Vicky Howell are out on patrol.
What's the actual fuck?
He is naked. He's gonna have to come in.
You right, mate?
Yeah, I'm not bad.
Mate, where are your trousers? You can't walk down the street like that.
Well, yeah, no.
You really can't walk down the street like it's an offence, mate.
Where's you?
Well, you can't actually see nothing, can you?
Well, you can. We did when we
We
came
did.
past.
You didn't actually see nothing, did you? It's like covered away, sort of.
Where
Where have they gone?
Sort of claim my missus took them off me.
Where are your trousers, mate? It's like, I don't know. What? How do you not know where your trousers are?
You know, my missus, she's literally dropped me off. She goes, right, you can fucking, excuse your language, you can fucking walk back.
Okay. Right, mate, we'll put you in the car because we need to speak to your missus anyway, okay, mate?
Alright, yeah, okay. Hey, I tell you what, I've been walking around Nantwich for about 2 hours.
Like that?
Well, yeah, I'm drunk. I'm drunk.
Well, I wouldn't have said you've had a beer tonight. Did any other cars stop?
I don't know, I was like drunk and just didn't even know.
I don't blame people going out and having beers. Have no issue with it. The majority of people become more cheerful. That's why people do it, don't they? They lose their inhibitions and become happy.
Thank you very much for this lift.
But some people drink far too much. I know my limits, but I don't know if everyone else knows theirs.
To be honest, it's a bit embarrassing. Open the door.
We don't need to see that, Martin.
Well, I did not want to see that Eiffel then. I really did not want to see it. Have you got kids or anything, Martin?
I've got a daughter, but she doesn't live around here. I've lost my trainers before, but not my trousers. But I managed to keep hold of my trainers that night somehow. I took my trousers off and put my trainers on. If, I've lost my phone tonight, right? And it's like a £600 phone, so,
You've also lost your pants and your trousers.
Yeah, I know, but I've lost
How was that?
lot.
I still don't understand how that's happened, to be honest.
To be honest, but all I'm bothered about is my phone. I've lost a £600-700 phone.
You have to sort that out tomorrow, aren't you?
And now I can't get in my own house. Every single lad my age has got a story where they've been out and they've been absolutely levered. But then that night will definitely always be a bad night for me because I ended my relationship. Well, not just that night, but that night topped it.
If I were you, I'd potentially get your head down in the shed.
Right, I'll probably just sit on this bin and sober up a bit.
Okay, that's the best idea, mate.
See you later, mate.
All right, then.
Thanks very much.
Cheerio. I saw his tackle and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I regret drinking so much. Well, I had everything back there. I had my own place with my missus. It's what everyone wants, really. And just messed it all up.
Doesn't happen every day, does it?
Yeah, quite glad it doesn't, actually.
Yeah. It's been a while, but I didn't want to see that.
It's not only the police who are seeing large numbers of ordinary members of the public worse for wear.
Ambulance, tell me exactly what's happened.
We've got a stroke victim here. She's inebriated and she can't stand up, basically. She was stood at the bar. Next thing, she fell over and banged her head.
Well, I am organising help for you now. What's the address of the emergency?
It's a Penkers Tavern.
Where's Penkers Tavern, Dave? I don't know, mate.
Paramedic Duncan Howarth and his partner Dave Sargent are immediately dispatched to the scene.
Is she completely alert?
No, fell over twice.
Fallen over twice. Wonder why. Must be just here, mate.
There's a man here, a waving man.
She's fell over in the pub once, she banged her head. She's come downstairs outside the thing, banged her head again. We can't get a taxi, there's no way we get it. She lives on her own, and we're struggling to get her home, basically.
Has she any injuries at all? Or?
She's alert at the minute, but we don't know because she's banged her head.
Okay, well, we'll check her out.
But at the end of the day, it's a precaution more than anything else. Okay. We're concerned about her.
Have you got her, yeah?
Yeah, we've got her, yeah.
Yeah.
You get,
She's hard working, she.
You are bloody hard work.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You're not wrong there, I tell you what.
Yeah,
Come on, we've got you.
She's hard working.
Come on, we've got you, come on.
Being drunk in itself isn't an emergency. You don't need a bed in A&E because you've got yourself in an absolute state.
You're all right, come on.
With a wheelchair here now. Okay.
Pardon?
Duncan's coming in with a wheelchair.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
All right, he's good then, isn't he?
But certain people are going to need somebody to keep an eye on them.
Let's get this behind you, lovely. What have you got on your feet? Nothing?
No, nothing on her feet. All right, no.
I think it might be one too many, maybe.
It's a little bit disappointing sometimes, you know, someone's so drunk. But we've got a responsibility. Whoa, easy, girl.
Easy.
And they say, OK, get you on your feet, off you go, mate. And then they walk across the road and get hit by a bus. You know, that's not the way forward in any.
Obviously, because the ambulance is here now.
Yes.
OK.
I'm going home to bed.
We have a responsibility now for your health.
I've got to be off to church in the morning. You're joking. I've got to be off to church. You're joking. I'm not going to no hospital.
People have told us that you've fallen tonight.
Yes, I fall over.
Twice.
OK.
I fall over all the time.
The thing is, Diane,
Yes.
if we let you out of this ambulance now, you'd fall over again.
I will do because I'm drunk. OK, then let's go the Aussie.
Is that OK, yeah?
Yeah, I'll go then.
OK, that's fine. Thank you very much. We'll soon be at the hospital, OK?
I don't drink much, really. When I was in my 20s, I was wild, I believe. People tell me, you were wild, yeah? I say, was I? And I'd probably drink too much then, in them years, but not nice. I had 2 glasses of wine.
Red, white?
White, Blossom Hill, I think it was.
I'm going home to bed. I'm not going to no hospital.
Just have you checked over, Diane?
I stick to my wine. And every now and then I'll have a glass of vodka.
And what do you remember?
I remember sitting with my friends and going to the bar and getting the second glass of wine, and after that I don't remember anything else apart from waking up in hospital.
We're here now.
It's not something I do every week.
Hang on to your walking stick, lovely.
If you're drinking all the time, you're not going to appreciate it, are you? I don't need it, I'm happy without it. Some people, like, they drink it, I think, because they're unhappy or whatever. I know people who drink or take drugs because they're unhappy. I don't need it, I'm happy. I thank God for that. I'm happy.
I love God. Does that sound strange?
No, nothing wrong with that at all.
You might call me crazy. I am not.
No one's calling you crazy.
You're not.
Alcohol-related incidents just take up hospital beds, and hospital beds are precious, you know.
How long have you been doing this job?
10 years.
Have you? Have you seen some bad things?
Not nice. Well, it really concerned me.
What did you find concerning about it?
The fact that I'm there and I can't stand up and I'm all over the place after 2 glasses of wine.
Fuck off!
Listen.
I'm like shocked.
Listen, Di, listen. You can't swear because there's a lot of poorly people
It's
here.
only a word. Made me think, you know, I'm not drinking anymore. I'm embarrassed about it. It's not good, is it, to get that way? I think it's wrong. You're wasting other people who need ambulances because they're ill and getting one because of people like that, irresponsible people. I think it's totally wrong.
Please forgive me, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
please?
Hi, yeah, can I just report somebody that's intoxicated on a motorcycle? He's fell off it, and he's trying to get it started now.
Despite decades of awareness campaigning, one of the alcohol-related problems that's proved hardest to tackle is drink driving.
Police emergency.
Hi, I'd like to report a drunk driver that we're following at the moment. He's all over the road. He's been up on the curb twice. He's on the wrong side of the road. He's going to kill somebody.
It happens everywhere, absolutely everywhere, drink driving. Everyday people do it. My friend's mum might do it. Mrs. Miggins next door might do it.
The driver just crashed into a parked car.
But they've never had to go to a bump that's involved alcohol, or never had to see a family that's been massively affected by a son that's died or a daughter that's died.
He's going to kill someone, you know. He's just pissed as a new. He wants to drive away.
People don't realise that that's a massive impact. Massive impact.
Cheshire Police, may I help you?
Hello, I'm just on the M56. I think it's a Mercedes in black. He's all over the road.
It's 9 a.m. on Thursday morning.
When you say he's all over the place, is he weaving from lane to lane or within the lane as if he's been drinking or...?
No, he's in the inside lane now. He's touching a hard shoulder. He's all over the lane. He's indicating left now.
I'm a vehicle on the 56 westbound, and the driver appears slumped over the steering wheel. Apparently it's nearly hit the back of the transit van at 70 miles an hour.
And it's a Mercedes, is it?
It's just past the junction for the A51. The informant's in a dark blue BMW estate.
Hotel Tango 41, I'm with the vehicle on Dobbs Hill, A55. Yeah, for information, I'm behind this Mercedes. It is currently failing to stop. Speed 30 miles an hour. Stand by for an update. Pull over. Pull over. The vehicle is stop, A550 at Dobbs Hill. One male on board. Stop the car. Get out of the car. Stop the car.
I was nervous.
Hey?
I was nervous when you come to me.
You're drunk, mate. Aren't you? Put your hands behind your back.
Please don't do this to me.
Come sit here. Have a sit in the back there. Mind your head.
Football for Wrexham. So
You play football for Wrexham?
So please, can we please don't do this. Please.
Do what, mate?
Yeah, I know.
So blow really hard into that. Okay? Keep going, 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 keep going. That's it, perfect. Thank you very much. Right, James, you provided a sample there. It's a roadside sample of 92, okay? Legal limit's 35. Obviously, at this moment in time, you're under arrest on suspicion of driving a vehicle whilst over the prescribed limit of alcohol. What's gone on today, buddy? I'm not going to ask any questions. Is there anything that we should be concerned about in your personal? You split up with your wife. Is there any...
I'd been having an argument with my fiance at the time. I just remember being really angry and I felt like I should go and have a drink and feel better about myself. I must have had 6 or 7 pints, probably a couple of vodkas. I think I had a bottle of wine as well. I remember going to bed and woke up at 7 o'clock. I thought I would be perfectly fine driving. I'm sorry, by the way.
It's alright, James.
I had the worst week ever. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I just feel like, you know, because obviously I've done that. Do you support Wrexham or...?
No. I don't support football, mate.
Am I not going to make training? No.
No, you won't do, James, unfortunately.
I start training at 1. Training ground's literally there. Gresford, you used to know what it is, don't you?
I know where the training ground is in Gresford, yeah. Okay, but unfortunately you won't be able to make your job, James, okay? Because we've got to deal with this police thing first, okay?
I couldn't really speak. I felt sick. Things were running through my mind. What am I going to tell my family? What am I going to tell the football club? What are people going to think of me now? Yeah, my jeans are a little bit fucking...
Baggy. Yeah, let me pull them up for you.
Sorry, mate. Cheers, mate.
There you go, mate.
And what's your name, please?
James.
Yeah. And what do you do for a living?
Footballer.
Professional footballer?
Yeah. Obviously the local newspapers and the national newspapers picked up on it, and on my Twitter was blowing up.
You feeling all right? Yeah?
People say about an alcohol problem, but it was just a complete moment of madness and a moment of regret, and the biggest mistake I've made in my life.
You provided a breath sample. It is over the prescribed limit, so you'll need to sober up, basically.
I'm just thankful that I didn't hurt anyone, and you know, it might be a blessing in disguise that next time I feel like doing something, I'll think twice about it and think of the consequences of what could happen.
Hi, is that Wrexham Football Club?
Hello? It's James. I'm not going to make train today. I'm on a PlayStation ID.
Hold on.
Has what happened changed your view of drinking?
Definitely, it's going to live with me forever now.
British people cite drink as one of the key reasons behind their biggest mistakes in life.
Police, what's happening?
Johnson has just come in and he's just gone mad. I'm not having any more of it. I need him taken away.
What's his name?
Oliver.
Sorry?
No, Oliver. He's got him now. My house is just wrecked.
He's wrecking the house?
Yeah.
Is it your house?
Yes. House is a mess. Oh, please, that's all I can. Can't take any more. Please, I'm in the 80s. I can't take any more.
By the time 20-year-old Oliver arrives in custody,
Right, Oliver, you're going to stand. Come on, pal.
he appears unable to stand.
Stop messing around. What's he here for?
Criminal damage and assault on his grandmother.
That's better than drink driving, isn't it?
Come on, Oliver, stop messing about. Now, you wouldn't be able to roll your eyes down if you're having a fit, mate.
That's it, nice smile there, Oliver.
They come in some states.
We know you're messing about.
They'll try anything. Anything that's in their power.
Now, if you weren't messing about, your eyes wouldn't move.
People just don't want to go in a cell. I laugh when I see some of them and you think to yourself, you should be an actor. You would get an Oscar. BAFTAs out of the window. Forget BAFTAs. Go straight for the Oscars, mate. You'll win that one, hands down.
I don't think I'm going to get ready for him. I'll come down to the cell and trying him in.
Look at that, that's amazing.
Okay. No, 34. Follow me.
He's hit his granny, for God's sake, there's nothing sacred. Your granny, of all people.
It would make interesting viewing if the magistrates could see the CCTV footage of when these people come in custody.
You think I'll get tired? Really, I will. Wait until I get released, na na na. Hey! Wait until I get released, na na na. Hey!
Now, you've been arrested on suspicion of causing some damage at your grandmum's house and also for a minor assault on your grandmum. It's yesterday evening.
Yeah.
Okay.
After a night in the cells to sober up, Oliver is ready to be interviewed.
Tell me about your grandmother. How old is she? You have to remove your personal feelings from these incidents. I mean, we'll probably deal with 3 or 4 very similar incidents per week.
So difficult of what to say, isn't it? Because like you try and admit, you try and tell the truth,
well,
so it looks like the truth. But the more I tell the truth, the more what this seems like I've done something really bad.
When we're treating elderly family members like that, you think, crikey, what's society coming to? Well, there's nothing really that would be shocking to me. You would just think, there's another drunk. Am I correct in saying that you went out with work colleagues yesterday evening to Manchester?
Yeah.
Okay. And how drunk would you say you got when you were out with them?
Probably not going to sound good, but yeah, obviously I was very
Christmas party.
I was very intoxicated, yeah.
Would you say that affected your behaviour in any way?
Well, yes. Yeah, alcohol affects your decision-making abilities, doesn't it? Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you recall an argument taking place between you and your nana?
I had drank and I'm admitting that, I would have argued, but I had never put my hands on my grandma in my entire life, and I would not assault anyone who couldn't. I would not.
I just can't believe that she's even saying that to you there.
Well, she says here, Oliver was slamming the lounge door. I told him to stop, and then he started on me. He was swearing at me and calling me a fucking cunt. He then pushed me with both hands to my chest. And that's what the allegation of this.
I would never put my hands on a woman, or especially on my nana. I'd never do that. And even, I'll admit, right, I could, very, very much capable of doing something like that if I lost my temper and was inebriated on alcohol. But I'd never, no matter how drunk I was, whether I was catastrophically drunk and they attacked me, I'd never even restrain a girl, never put my hands on a woman.
Can you remember the events that happened in the house?
Right, I'll tell you what, I can't say for certain that, I can't say for certain that I didn't, because, you're right, there's certain parts of it that I don't remember.
He was upset at what had gone on and the way that he had treated his grandma. I think he'd made a conscious effort to try and block it out, because I think he was quite ashamed with how he had behaved. And I think that reaction was quite genuine from him. And I think people get quite frightened by what they're capable of when they've been drunk. Your nan and your girlfriend don't want to go to court over it. You go back to your cell while I go and speak to a lawyer. It's not in the police's hands and it's not in your grand's hands, it's in the hands of the Crown Prosecutor as to whether he thinks it should go to court or not.
I should have said no comment to everything.
With his grandmother unwilling to testify against him, Oliver is cautioned and released.
Regarding the assaults, we're not going to be taking any further action in respect to that. Regarding the damage, you're going to get a police caution, so you don't have to go to court.
Yeah, caution stays with you. It'll stay on record, okay? If you go for certain jobs, you might have to declare that you want to work with children or become a teacher or something like that.
For me to consider a caution at the time, yes, I would have thought he was remorseful about what he'd done towards his grandmother.
I think apologies to Grand's in order, and that might get you off the hook a bit, you know.
I don't think it's funny by any means, smashing up an old lady's house.
No, neither do we. Don't do it again, okay?
When we actually finalise incidents with the police, we put root causes down. And if the offence has happened through drink, then we will say drink is probably a root cause of the offence. And so if you carry on drinking and you're a violent drunk, then the chances are you will visit a police station again at some point during your life. Okay, march this way, Ollie. Thank you.
See you now.
The British people love to get drunk. It's very easy to try and find quick fixes and use soundbite politics to come up with ideas to try and solve it. But in the end of the day, I think it's a real problem we have in the UK, and it's a problem that society needs to address rather than probably law or legislation can fix.
We just send an ambulance now. Send an ambulance now. My baby cousin has just had a glass smash in their face. Fucking hurry up! Now!
Alcohol is linked to over half of violent crime.
Right, okay. Okay, listen to me. Listen to me, just calm down.
We probably wouldn't get swore at as much if alcohol didn't exist. But it'd probably be really boring as well.
Okay, is the attacker still nearby?
Get me out of here right now. I'm just fucking phone off the line. Go sit the fuck down. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Stop swearing.
I think we've all learnt new words or phrases from drunk callers. We just keep going.
And she's bitten you, has she?
Yeah, she had a bottle as well, so I was just trying to keep my hands over my head.
With alcohol-related violence in Cheshire up last year, it seems that targeted campaigns and increased sentences for offenders have had little impact.
And you're on-site security, are you?
I'm on site security, yep. I asked him to move, and I don't want to go down again in case I ask him again and he gets aggressive with me. He's near done the whole bottle of Lamborghini.
So he's nearly drunk all this bottle, has he?
Well, yeah, he's got very little left in it, and it was full when he turned up. And that was in the space of 15 minutes that it's gone.
Crikey, that's good going.
It's very good going.
Yeah.
He's either got a very stressful job which he's made him drink that much, or he's
just had a good night. Yeah.
Good afternoon, Cheshire Police. How may I help you?
Oh, hi, it's Amy at Leighton Hospital.
Hello.
We've got a Polish gentleman in this apartment that's very aggressive, spitting on the floor.
It's 4 p.m, Friday afternoon.
Right, I think he's always been injured by him. He's just been...
No.
A security with him at the moment?
Yeah, they are with him.
PC Greg Greaves is dispatched to Leighton Hospital to ask the abusive male to leave the premises.
Not letting the nurse do anything, being quite aggressive towards them.
Okay, is he at A&E?
Yeah, he's in A&E.
Yeah, the victims are saying he lives on Frank Webb, so I'm hoping it's going to be... Did you say 13A or 30A?
What's he here for, do we know?
He's just intoxicated.
Just peached. Come on, Magic. Wakey wake. Come on, up you get. On your feet. Where's your shoes?
Didn't come in with any.
Dear oh dear.
Fucking funny.
No, I don't, mate. Right, you're under arrest for being drunk and disorderly. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you're not mentioned when questioned. Some should ain't relying on quite anything you do say may be given in evidence. Okay, my friend?
Just put me inside.
Yeah, I think...
Just fucking put me inside.
Shh. Oi! Don't start spitting in the car.
Fuck off.
Listen, you start spitting in the car, you go with a bag on your head in the back of the cage. Choice is yours.
Alright.
Right, sit nicely. Stop being a kid. Come on then, Magic. On your feet.
I'm gonna get out anyway.
Pardon?
I'm gonna get out anyway.
Oh, I suspect you are. Come on then.
28 years of service, there's been no change. Alcohol's the biggest problem now as it ever has been. I don't think any of the steps that we've taken in respect to trying to combat alcohol-related crime have been effective.
Magic Schnitschke.
Any good at basketball? Magic Johnson? No.
You think you're so fucking smart?
No, I just...
You surgeon.
Right.
On the duty.
I'm authorising your detention, so you'll be charged when you're sober.
I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna sign nothing.
Okay.
Today, tomorrow, and in the future.
Don't get
that far to him. Yeah? Yeah? So go fuck yourself! You're gonna calm yourself down. You fucking cunt!
90% of the people I deal with, when they've been brought into custody, are drunk.
Well, now you're gonna be brutal, yeah. Not gonna be brutal.
You have to think the behaviour is irrational and quite often volatile because the person's judgment's badly affected by alcohol.
I'm not struggling, mate. I'm not struggling. You don't have to be...
We're not hurting you, we're just restraining you.
Yeah, you're hurting me. Yeah, yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're hurting me.
Dear oh dear. Kicking off at hospital. Didn't like the service he was getting, I don't think.
next morning, a very different Machik is ready to be processed.
Okay. Would you like to speak with a solicitor at all? No? Okay.
Someone when they're violent when they're drunk doesn't mean they're a bad person, and I don't think we should judge them from what they're like when they're drunk.
Do you have any alcohol problems?
It does change people quite significantly. When they're drunk, quite often they'll come in wanting to fight everybody. When they leave, they've normally calmed down considerably.
Right. Are you feeling okay at the moment?
If we, say, had someone who took a legal high and they behaved in a completely different manner, we'd blame the legal high. Whereas with alcohol, because it's socially accepted, if someone gets drunk and is violent, we think they're a nasty person. We rule out the alcohol as a contributory factor, and yet we wouldn't with any other drug. You're charged with offence shown below. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention now something which you later learn in court. In a public place, namely Leighton Hospital, crew were guilty while drunk of disorderly behaviour. It's contrary to section 91.1 of the Criminal Justice Act 1967. You have been there, yeah.
That's where you were when you got arrested.
I don't think it's an excuse, but they have taken a drug that changes the way they behave. It's a freely available drug, and probably one of the most powerful.
Go ahead, caller. Where are you?
Harrington House Hotel.
What's happening?
Right, we've been to a wedding today, and my girlfriend's been drinking vodka all day.
Despite £1 billion being spent on alcohol awareness over the last decade.
She's kicking off, she's smashed the room up, she's running through the hotel now naked.
Current estimates place the number of people in the UK dependent on alcohol at 8 million.
I'm sober.
And the number of functioning alcoholics at 4 million people.
She's absolutely plastic off fucking vodka. She's off a nut.
It's only the second job of their shift, but PC's Rachel Parr and Kate Hall are already dealing with a problem caused by alcohol.
Okay, you're under arrest for assault. The room's been trashed. Right, well, there. Well, you'll have a chance to tell us on interview what's happened, okay? He's saying you've trashed the room.
I don't drink.
You've clearly been drinking today,
Oh no. I've had 4 vodkas or something.
The thing is, if you don't drink, you need to take responsibility and not drink as much, don't you? You've got to take responsibility for your own actions. Nobody's force-fed you.
I swear on my life, I've not touched
Right.
a thing.
Hayley, we weren't here. We don't know what's gone on.
You arrest
All
me
we
for
can...
smashing
Hayley,
and wasting your
Hayley,
time.
Hayley.
I've not touched one thing.
Sit down.
Yourself down.
I've not touched anything. Why are you saying that?
I don't know, because I wasn't there, was I?
I haven't touched a thing.
There's a point, there's a break-off point, and when you start involving emergency services, that is when it's taking it to the extreme.
Hayley, don't expose yourself.
I'm boiling up.
Right,
I've not done anything
Right,
wrong.
Hayley.
I've not
just
done anything.
sit yourself down.
I've not even.
Right, just give us that.
I've not scratched it. I've not.
Some people shouldn't be allowed near it, but how can you find out who those people are?
Why do you hate me?
I don't hate you. Don't know you.
You did.
If you're going to behave like an idiot, then I'll treat
Am
you like
I?
an idiot.
God. What are you doing?
Why am I naked?
I don't know. Why are you naked? Pull your pants up and stop acting like a fucking child.
Why
Sit
am I
down.
naked? Why am I naked? I've not moved out of the seat she put me in, have I?
You have, yeah.
Which one? You put me in this seat and I've not moved out of it.
I think it's a massive problem. The youngest person I've ever seen drinking was a 1-year-old baby. I walked into an address and a female had a baby on her knee, absolutely wasted, and she was feeding the baby a bottle of Blue Wicked.
Good. I hope so. You are an evil bitch.
I don't drink. I genuinely don't drink.
And when did you start?
Ooh, well over a year ago now. Watching the people puts me off. When they're getting in the back of your car and they stink of alcohol, it's a good deterrent. You won't want to touch it again.
You're a right bitch.
Been on crack? God, blimey. I think if I'd have been on crack, I'd be a lot bloody slimmer than I am now.
How many times have you woken up in custody?
About 15. Every single time, drink related. GBH, ABH, public orders, drunk disorderly, threatening abusive behaviour, criminal damage. It's just violent. It was all violent. I went to prison. My daughter was 3. She shouldn't have seen a drunk mother, an alcoholic mother. It's bad.
It can break people. It can ruin their lives. It can ruin the families' lives.
You don't think you're affecting anybody, and then really, ultimately, you've affected everybody.
Why's Hayley with us this evening?
Hayley's with us for a Section 39 domestic assault on her partner. They've been involved in an altercation. Basically, we were called to a report of a male saying he'd been assaulted. He's got a scratch mark to his face, and there was a female running around the hotel with no clothes on.
Did they say I smashed the hotel room up?
The hotel manager is saying that you've smashed the room up.
Lies.
But there's no complaint about that at this moment in time. They're going to be dealing with that civilly at this moment. So it's just a domestic assault.
I'm not a social drinker. I'm a drinker. I'm struggling not to have a drink each day. Drink and drink and drink and drink like a fish. I've never been thirsty in my life.
Phone or anything.
Come on, this way.
I've got no numbers or anything.
And people say, what, you can't give it up for your own child? It's a battle, a real battle.
How am I gonna get home? I've not even got a phone.
I'm 34 years old. Maybe I just don't want to just say I don't want to drink anymore, you know what I mean? Maybe it's just stubbornness, probably. I can't eradicate something that I've been working on for 10 years. You know, put all my effort into this. All my effort, all my time, everything. You know, all my thinking, all my drinking.
Stinks like shit in here.
Smoke's for you.
If alcohol came on the scene now,
oh, it stinks.
I strongly believe that if it was invented today, created today, they wouldn't legalise it.
It'll all get sorted in the morning, won't it?
When are you next going to have a drink?
As soon as you go. What time is it?
Open the door.
Martin is still single and has had to move back in with his dad.
Well, we don't need to see that, Martin.
But he has managed to avoid losing any more pairs of trousers.
Bloody shit.
Diane has stuck to her word
I've got to go to church. You're joking, I'm not going to no hospital.
and hasn't touched a drop of alcohol for months.
You're drunk, mate. Can't you? Put your hands behind your back.
James was found guilty of drink driving and ordered to do 120 hours of community service. He's been banned from driving for 23 months.
I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna sign nothing.
Okay.
Today, tomorrow, and in the future.
Magic was found guilty of being drunk and disorderly and ordered to pay £100. Following the incident at his grandmother's house, Oliver has not been in trouble with the police since. Hayley has now agreed to work with alcohol services to try and get her drinking under control.
It's me. I'm the problem. Problem number one.